Hey, Mike, guess what?
What?
Mike, raging rivers, hungry bears, drastic avalanches, roaring seas. No matter how prepared you are, a walk in the woods can go from innocent to disaster in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
When pushed to their breaking point, humans are capable of astonishing things that you would never thought of possible.
Yeah.
Listen to In the Wild as they explore the most heroic, terrifying, and phenomenal stories of real people who survived the unsurvivable. Learn what went wrong, what went right, and how you can make it out alive if the worst case ever happened to you. In the Wild podcast reviews on Apple include Love Your Podcast from Laura. It's scary how relentless nature can be. I always enjoy this podcast at work. It keeps me on the edge of my seat. Or how about we go with Hiker 0001? Good stories and good narration. I like when there are sound effects that add to the ambience of the story. In the Wild podcast on Apple Podcasts and everywhere you get your podcast downloads.
Broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading edge topics, along with special guests to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat. Raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, Technology News of the Week, the show for the everyday person, talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. Why should you listen? Well, we cover technology subjects without a political agenda, verify the facts, and do it with a sense of humor and a little whiskey on the side. I'm Nathan Mumm. Welcome to our show today. We live stream during our show on 5 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch.tv, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We encourage you to watch us live or visit us online at techtimeradio.com. Tweet us during the show at hashtag TechTimeRadio. We'll do our best to respond to the tweets on the air. You can also check our new TikTok channel out by looking for TechTime Radio on the TikTok app. That's the favorite application of Nick Espinoza, our guest on the show today. I am your host, a technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise, working for Fortune 500 companies across the country. My co-host, Mike Roday, is an award-winning author, originally from Arizona. Mike's a human behavior expert living in the Seattle area with a master's degree in forensic psychology. Mike helps me from geeking out while providing an insight into human behavior and how it interacts with technology. We're two friends from different backgrounds, but bring the best technology show possible every week for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. Now, Mr. Roday is a little bit remote today in the Pacific Northwest, where we broadcast our original show. We have some snow, and then when you have more than 2 inches of snow, everything shuts down. So he is joining us from his palatial studios at home, and I am in this studio, of course, with our expert engineer Odie that will be running the board all day for our show. Now let's get ready to start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, today on Tech Time with Nathan Mumm, sharing your Netflix, Prime Video, or Disney password could make you a criminal. Elon Musk is actively searching for a new CEO at Twitter, and Tesla sales numbers have reached all-time lows. So is Donald Trump now selling NFTs? We have a special guest, Nick Espinoza, on the show today to talk about TikTok, Minecraft DDoS, government breaches, and another cryptocurrency scam. Go figure. A special session today of our Letters Holiday Edition. And did I say holidays? Yes, I did. And we have our 12 Days of Twitter Miss on the show back for your listening pleasure. In addition, of course, we have our standard features, including Mike's mesmerizing moment, This Week in Technology, and a possible Nathan Nugget. As always, we also still have our pick of the day whiskey tasting here in the commercials to see if our whiskey pick of the day gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up at the end of the show. So sit back, raise a glass, and welcome to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Now it's time for the latest headlines in the world of technology.
In the world of technology, this is our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
All right, story number 1. Elon Musk is actively searching for a new Twitter CEO, as reported by CNBC. The development comes just 2 days after Musk polled Twitter users, asking them if he should step down as the CEO of the social media platform. We have a snippet of the audio from the CNBC Market Alert.
We had the poll from Elon Musk that occurred, 57% saying, yeah, we want you to step down as CEO. No big surprise here. Musk is actively looking for a new CEO of Twitter. Doesn't take anybody a genius to tell you that. As we've seen from his previous polls, oftentimes he sort of already knows the answer before he actually asks people to participate in said poll. And that would appear to be the case here as well. He has been actively looking, asking, trying to figure out who the candidate pool might actually be.
All right, Mike, let me go right to you. Does that surprise you, Elon Musk, looking for a new CEO of Twitter?
Does that surprise me?
Yes.
Not really. Not really. With all the heat he's been getting and the fact that he's running all these other companies, I would imagine that he would want somebody to help him run Twitter.
So it's interesting, right? So he puts that poll out there. In my
Did you
best
vote?
knowledge, I am sure that he probably already had somebody in mind before he sent that out, knowing that the popularity of him has decreased over the time. I don't think he thought that they would say yes to stay there. Do you think that was a marketing ploy, or do you think that was just Elon Musk being Elon Musk with 2 days deciding to change his mind and hire somebody new?
I don't know. I think Elon likes to send out things that confuse and or rile people. He's pretty good at keeping himself in a position where people comment on what he does. So I've read news articles that speculate that he was being asked to step down as CEO prior to him doing that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, I don't know if he knew the answer to that or he even cared or whatever. So,
it could be a little bit of both, couldn't it?
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who knows?
Well, speaking about egos,
Elon operates in a realm that I am not specific to. The super rich do things that normal people just don't do.
Well, okay. I think you have story number 2 from one ego person to another ego person. What do we got here?
Well, so, Donald Trump had this big announcement, and if you haven't heard, I applaud you.
Okay.
But he had this big announcement the other day, and you would have thought that it was going to be talking about his rise back to the presidency, but instead he revealed that he is in the NFT business.
In the NFT business, all right?
Yes.
The non-fungible tokens.
Non-fungible tokens. And he has
essentially was a high point, and then it kind of hit bottom down, and so now he's deciding to do something in that, huh?
That's right. He has his first collection, which he, said really shows how his life has gone. And so he released a collection of several NFT tokens the other day, and surprise, surprise, they all sold. He was selling them for $99 each.
Okay.
They all sold, giving him about a $4.5 million windfall. So he probably is, needing some lawyers and stuff.
So he did that. Did you get a chance to see some of these cartoon graphics of these NFTs?
Yes. And there's already some whisperings that he has stolen these from other creators.
Yep.
But I did see them. I saw the astronaut picture, the cowboy picture, the Yellowstone. I'm the Yellowstone looking guy with the hat picture.
How about the superhero with the big T underneath his shirt? You see that one?
Of course.
The Superman knockoff?
Of course. Of course.
All right. So are you upset that you did not get in, or did you? Maybe I don't know. Maybe
I am so upset.
I
just did not jump on that NFT train when I had the chance, but maybe I'll wait for round 2.
Okay, so If you want to go and visit a site that has pictures of these so you can buy them on the secondary market, do you know where you can go and find those at?
Trumpcards.com.
That's right. CollectTrumpCards.com.
Oh, collect Trump cards. Yeah,
CollectTrumpCards.com. You can go and visit that for the site. Now, there was also bonuses.
Oh,
when you bought
yes.
these
Yes.
NFTs.
Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes.
Okay,
like
what are some of these great prizes?
Like dinner with him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dinner.
There's a dinner. I believe there was a phone call or a Zoom call.
Yep.
And an hour of golf.
An hour of golf. That's correct. Yep.
A cocktail hour at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay. that's where the FBI decided to get all the paperwork so you can be a part of history and see what the FBI did, right?
Yep. So those are the amazing prizes that you could win, bonus prizes that you could possibly win. Buying at least 45 NFTs entitled the holder to a guaranteed ticket to attend the gala dinner with Trump in South Florida.
So that's 45 NFTs at $100 a pop. So you're saying if you spent $5K, 4,500 plus whatever on transfers. So if you spent $5K, you could go hang out with them.
Yes, or talk to him or
attend
in some way, shape, or form where he can tell you how awesome he is.
Now, if you wanted to find these, you can find these at OpenSea, the NFT marketplace. That's the same NFT marketplace that we have our TechTime Radio NFTs on, right?
Yeah. We should sell those for $100 a pop.
You know what? We could do a Zoom call with yourself or myself, right?
Yeah. I could pretty much, award any of those prizes of bonus prizes that anybody
that they have available. Maybe that's what we do to start off the next year.
Maybe
they can come join us down at Applebee's.
Of course, I'm not a former president, and I haven't had anybody raid my closet from the FBI, so I don't know.
You don't know what that. Okay, well, that's story number 2.
Well, there is one more piece to that story.
Okay,
because it's not clear whether the former president will benefit financially from the sale, although I'm guessing he will in some way, shape, or form, because the cards are owned by a company called NFT INT LLC, whose mailing address is UPS box in Park City, Utah.
So, let me just tell you, there's no way, because he tweeted out about him and he talked about him. There's no way that he did that for free. So I'm sure there's no way he's gonna be having a dinner with him and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it for free. I am absolutely sure that he benefited greatly.
I'm sure he benefited from that. I don't know how. Who knows?
Probably enough NFT money. He can go buy himself another hotel.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. Story number 3. Sharing your Netflix, Prime Video, or Disney Plus password could make you a criminal. All right. New UK guidelines set could be a precedented idea for what global legislation may happen regarding password sharing. Let's listen to our legal correspondent on the actual terms in the Netflix terms of services.
Netflix is pretty clear. It says that your account is for your personal and non-commercial use only and may not be shared with individuals beyond your household, and says that any streaming outside of your home network would have to be done on a mobile device, which would cut down on piggybackers using their own Rokus or Apple TVs or whatever to watch it on the big screen.
All right, so those are the terms of service.
FBI warning. Remember the FBI warning on
remember on
tapes?
all those VHS tapes? Yeah,
that's
and
right.
you still just tape right over the top of it, right? Well, here's what we got. Password sharing or streaming services is nothing new, and Netflix attempt to limit the practice in recent months have been well documented. Well, now there's a privacy guideline issued by the British government suggesting anyone that shares passwords in the UK could breach the copyright law and even face criminal charges. Britain's Intelligent Proprietary Office, the IPO, what a great name, has updated its privacy guidelines to assert that the password sharing on streaming services, which includes the likes of Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, and more, can be legally deemed as an act of breaking copyright law. The IPO clarified, saying there is a range of provisions in criminal and civil law which may be applicable in the case of password sharing where the intent is to allow a user to access copyrighted work without payment. In other words, those sharing streaming service passwords in the UK could legally be prosecuted for fraud and even breach of copyright law.
It's amazing what people will do to get money from the masses.
So have you shared any of your passwords on your streaming devices?
No, I don't share passwords. I'm the one that benefits from a shared password.
You're the one that benefits from a shared password.
Yes.
I sometimes share out passwords, maybe just a little bit here and there. Or you know what's much easier? Forget sharing out passwords. Just find yourself a torrent download and just go in and just, I guess, illegally just take them, and then you don't have to worry about any of the password sharing. And
well, yeah, let's go that route. Let's go for a different route. But
yeah, let's just go and completely.
I think it's interesting that Netflix and its trying to regain money is basically saying, we're going to punish everybody that is abusing our system.
Yeah.
So that they will then have to pay for using our system.
They're the market leader, and they're the only ones that are going after this. So
I think really everybody else is like, meh, whatever.
We'll share it out, and hopefully get some money.
Yeah, but as soon as stocks start falling in Disney Plus and Apple Plus and whatever other plus,
Paramount Plus, and
all the pluses out there, we'll probably see that same sort of thing happen over and over again, where they will start saying no more sharing passwords because everything's about compliance, and we need money. So we need money. So you need to pay us for using the service.
All right, story number 4: Tesla sales numbers are at all-time lows.
This is funny.
Is this a Tesla issue or the whole electric vehicle market? Well, Tesla salespersons say a lot of customers are canceling orders, blaming Musk's Twitter behavior. Elon Musk has been spending a lot of time on his newest job as the CEO of Twitter, and this has affected Tesla. Elon Musk's Twitter attacks on many respected people in the world of medicine, finance, and business have included up to 30% of the reasons, as noted by sales staff, for people canceling. 20% of correspondents with the announcement of Twitter ordering employees to stop paying bills to vendors or services have said that has made a decision on them also recalling or deciding not to continue a purchase of a Tesla vehicle. The other remaining percentages are all over the board. Still, it's noted that Musk's erratic leadership of Twitter since he bought the social media company has been too much for some people in the purchasing of a Tesla vehicle. Essentially, he has offended both the left, right, middle, everybody that he can, and the people that specifically enjoy the Tesla vehicles and have enjoyed Musk as a leader are now saying they are changing their mind.
Yeah, how's that for free speech?
That's right. Well, Musk's toxic behavior has been blamed on Tesla's largest withdrawal of sales in company history. Now, the question I have for you, Mike, would you order a Tesla now or order a different brand of electric vehicle because of Elon Musk? Let's say you had the money and you wanted to purchase one of these vehicles. Would you buy a Tesla with Elon Musk being who he is, knowing some of the positives that Tesla have, or would you go to another manufacturer?
I've heard a lot of cool things about the Mustang UV, so you can go with that. The Mustang EV, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
that one's pretty cool.
I don't know if I'd buy a Tesla either right now. I think there's a lot of other units on the market. I just may have to wait a little bit. So
if he continues to drive down prices because they can't sell them,
that may be a benefit, and there'll be a lot more availability, right? That's right.
Sure.
All right, well, moving on. As we get ready for our next segment, we have Ask the Expert with Nick Espinoza, and back by popular demand, we have the 12 Days of Twitter Miss remix. So everyone get ready. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm. Hey, Mike, I'm looking for some help writing our blog post for TechTime Radio.
Well, you should try Phosphor AI. It's an online service that will save you hours of work with your content creation. Simply type in your title, and their AI software will get to work writing a high-quality original article for you. You'll need to review the article and take 15 to 20 minutes to make necessary edits before publishing. But you'll get free articles just for signing up, so you can try out the service and see how it works for you.
How many articles do I get free?
I already said you get 3 free articles. You should listen when I'm talking to you. Phosphor AI pricing is very reasonable for the quality of content that you'll get.
Why waste time writing the content yourself? And you get Phosphor AI to do it for you. Visit them online today at Phosphor AI. Again, that's PHOSPHORAI.com.
TechTime wants to welcome everyone to enjoy the holidays with the 12 days of Twittermas as only TechTime can present it. Please forgive the singing.
On the first day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me of a CEO with a big battery.
On the second day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 2 account options and a CEO with a big battery.
Me, I want to do me next. On the third day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 3 fired board executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big battery.
I'm so awesome. On the 4th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big battery.
On the 5th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 5 data breaches.
Oh my God.
44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big battery. That's because of Tesla.
On the 6th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me
What?
6 on-site kitchen closings, 5 data breaches, 44 billion purchases, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a space Karen as a CEO.
On the 7th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 7 lawsuits pending, 6 on-site kitchens closing, 5 data breaches, 44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big ego.
On the 8th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 8 attacks on Jack Dorsey, 7 lawsuits pending, 6 on-site kitchens closing, 5 data breaches, 44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big battery.
On the 9th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 9 fake account postings, 8 attacks on Jack Dorsey, 7 lawsuits pending, 6 on-site kitchen closings, 5 data breaches, 44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO who dated Amber Heard.
On the 10th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 10 must tweets a day, 9 fake account postings, 8 attack on Jack Dorsey, 7 lawsuits pending, 6 on-site kitchens closing, 5 data breaches, 44. That was the wrong one.
Yeah, you didn't move it fast enough, buddy.
44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO with a big battery.
Perfect.
Okay.
On the 11th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me 11 board members fired, 10 must tweets a day, 9 fake account postings, 8 attacks on Jack Dorsey, 7 lawsuits pending, 6 on-site kitchens closing, 5 data breaches, 44 billion purchase, 3 fired executives, 2 account options, and a CEO who shouldn't be a CEO.
Do it like me and act like you're pissed off.
On the 12th day of Twittermas, TechTime informed me
Twitter works 12-hour days,
11 board members fired,
10 must tweets a day.
9 fake accounts postings, 8 attacks on Jack Dorsey,
7 lawsuits pending, 6
This is a lot of crap.
5
data
data breaches,
44 billion purchase.
3 fired executives,
2 account options, and a
a CEO who fires people Thanksgiving week.
Oh my gosh.
We want to thank everyone that listened to our 12 days of Twittermas. We wish each of you a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas.
I'm just so glad this is actually recorded.
All right, welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. That was our 12 days of Twittermas. You can find the video edition online right now at techtimeradio.com or visit techtimeradio.com, YouTube, and look for the video. We just had our first whiskey tasting during the break. And now let me tell you about what we were sipping in our pick of the day during the show. Today we have chosen the Scatterbrain Vanilla Cake Whiskey, 70 proof, $21.99 according to Total Wines, who distributes this flavored whiskey. It's a smooth Canadian whiskey mixed with indulgent notes of rich vanilla cake and sweet frosting, soon to be your next guilty pleasure. The perfect addition to your next birthday party or celebration. The company is in the United States. Products made in Princeton, Minnesota. The classification is whiskey, non-age stated. 70 proof, undisclosed mash bill. There you go. Scatterbrain Vanilla Cake Whiskey. Do you know why we're doing that today, Mr. Gourday?
Well, I think it might be. I think I have an idea.
And what was that?
Because it is in celebratory service to somebody's birthday.
That's right. Someone turns a day older and has that many less breasts.
Yeah, I turned a day older. I think
you
that
turn a day
person
older
turned
today?
a year older.
Well, okay. I turned a year older. That's right. Well,
Yeah.
it's still just a different day. So I
Yeah,
celebrating
happy
my
birthday, buddy.
Well, no problems. Thank you very much. This is
Are you enjoying your cake drink?
I kind of like it. I don't know, Odie. Did you have your sip yet? Odie hasn't had the sip yet, so we're gonna see what she says. I kind of I'll be interested to see Mark's mumble when you read that for me, because I'm kind of on the fence right now. It's very, very sugary. It does not quite taste like a cake, and it's got a pretty bad aftertaste. But besides that, I guess it's okay.
But besides that, it's okay. Yeah.
I guess it's okay.
All right.
That's
I'll hold my judgment on it.
Okay, well, now that we got our whiskey out of our way, we have our technology expert, Nick Espinoza, joining the show. He's an expert in cybersecurity and network infrastructure. Nick Espinoza has consulted with clients ranging from small business to the Fortune 100 level. In 1998, at age 19, Nick founded Windy City Networks and later acquired it in 2015. He then created Security Fanatics, where he is the chief security fanatic. Let's welcome Nick to our video.
Hey, Nick.
Welcome to the segment
Hey,
we
guys.
call Ask the Experts
All right.
with our TechTime Radio expert, Nick Espinoza.
That's right, Nick. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys,
Okay.
hey guys. Happy
Yep.
birthday, Nathan.
Thank you.
In typical birthday tradition, you now have to tell us your social security number and your mother's maiden name.
Well,
Yeah,
both
that
of those are available for purchase for about, I think, $1.50 on the dark web. So you don't
Thank
have
you,
to do.
Equifax.
That's right. You don't have to do
You
too
know-
much searching for that.
Right. And I got to say, I'm a little bummed with my Trump NFT purchase. I wanted the superhero, but we couldn't choose. And I got the breakdancing Trump in front of the Pope. It just was not what I wanted. But nevertheless, somebody's going to be happy at Christmas. Looking at you, Mom. So, all good.
Boy.
All good. Oh,
Boy. Isn't
speaking of which,
that crazy? As the NFT market is crashing, all of a sudden, out
Yeah,
of the
like-
clear blue,
yeah,
you have Trump deciding to do it. What the
You know,
heck? Is
honestly, it's kind of amazing. It's like selling me bricks when the Titanic's going down and I'm on the deck. You know,
That's
like
that's
why would
right.
you do that?
I
But
know, yeah.
interestingly enough, to Mike's point though, that NFT thing, like how that is set up to a PO box is utterly amazing. Kirk Eichenwald from the New York Times just completely tore it down, and NFT International is registered basically via CIC Digital through Delaware. It's also hidden, and then it was registered basically to a PO box, as he was mentioning, in Park City, Utah. Then it's registered out by another registrar in Wyoming, 480 miles away. That was set up by Wyoming Corporate Services. That's a shell corporation, and some of the corporations that they have at that same address are things like a car and tractor part company that fraudulently sold stuff to the military, a former Ukrainian prime minister that was considered in the top 10 most corrupt officials in the world back in 2000s was running frauds through there. Another guy named Ira Rubin, who is a con artist convicted in New York, was running there. He was running scams for the basically against the FTC. So it's a very interesting thing.
Wow, somebody hooked him up.
Yeah,
So you got to go to visit this PO box. I mean, this PO box little UPS store must be
You
like
Google map it.
legendary, right?
Yeah, Google Streets. Yeah, and-
you just go
yeah,
visit
and it's
there and be like, "Can I get your signature, please?" You guys have all these illegal people working.
Yeah,
forget
it's like a house.
underground mob. All you got to do is get yourself a PO box in the middle of no man's land, and you're good to go.
Well, the PO box is a front for an address in Wyoming, which leads to another address in Wyoming, which is like a 4-room house that has something like 30,000 corporations registered to it. So
sounds pretty legit to me. I'm
you
sure
can
that
do
they're
the
going to
math
get
on that.
all,
But yeah,
all
yeah,
you
go
pay
read
that
it.
$99 for that NFT. Best of luck to you.
Well, any anything to reflect the former president's life. Hey.
Yeah,
that's
hey,
right.
it is what it is. But
You know?
it's an interesting read. It's an interesting read by Kurt
All right.
Eichenwald.
So this is what we got, Nick. So you've been on our the Christmas episode, which is today. Well, I'm looking back. You're on our 4th of July episode. You're on our Halloween episode, our Thanksgiving episode. Essentially, you are our holiday go-to guy for our shows in 2022. So congratulations there. You get all. I gotta invite you to just a regular show where I'm not dressing up funny or doing something crazy, so you can see what it's like normally. Because you get all these antics with the scary show and everything else.
Yeah, it's actually very, very similar day to day.
Yeah, but oddly enough, the one holiday that I practice Voodoo Day, you didn't invite me on that show, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Voodoo Day. I'm orthodox on Voodoo Day. I love Voodoo Day.
But it is Voodoo Day.
No, Voodoo Day is in February. It is celebrated by the country of Benin, and you can get little pin cushion dolls for the kids and everything. It's great.
Oh, nothing like having.
I'm not kidding.
I get a couple little faces.
Is it around Valentine's Day?
Yeah, as it should be, right?
You're right.
So it's after Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is like the 14th, right? So 17th, you said?
No, 7th. It's
the
around,
7th. It's right before.
7th. I believe it floats.
Okay,
I
got you. All right, so let's go. Number 1. Let's talk about this. TikTok is being targeted by governors in the United States and lawmakers who say Chinese-owned company is a cybersecurity risk. On Friday, Virginia became the latest state to ban the popular app in state-issued devices. Now, I know you're the biggest fan of TikTok, so is this devastating news to you, Nick?
Yeah, so the only thing I thought of when I read about this was, oh, happy day. Like, I am thrilled about this. I, too, cannot have a singing career. And believe me, it's not 5 data breaches. It's like 50,000. But anyway, my point is that I love TikTok because the anger it instills in me keeps me warm at night. I am a huge fan of this thing going away. And this is really interesting because we are seeing action by the federal government that was attempted actually by way of CFIUS, basically the financial board of the government under the Trump administration, but it's now finally coming to fruition, possibly by an act of Congress. So there's a bipartisan bill. Senator Marco Rubio, a Republican of Florida, and Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, Congressman of Illinois, Democrat, are co-sponsoring a bill to ban TikTok. And I think that's a huge thing. On top of that, as you mentioned, we are now up to 14 state governments that are banning that on top of Virginia. I mean, it's awesome. And you can see it's very much red state, but for the most part, but I think a lot of people are getting on board. Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Maryland, Montana, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, and Utah. Nebraska has been doing this since 2020, and Indiana is suing TikTok right now. So we've got a huge momentum right now in state government as well as federal to actually get rid of this thing, and I'm a big fan. I'll have to find something else to keep me warm at night, angry wise.
Yeah, I was reading that the bill was so popular in Congress that nobody's fighting over it.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I have to say, though, that even like during the Trump era, we've been politically divisive. Everybody knows red versus blue, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to cybersecurity bills, we've been astonishingly bipartisan. At the end of the Trump administration, a huge IoT security bill was passed as well. And so I think we're all on board with basically not having foreign countries snoop on us all the time, especially with our government gear.
That's going to at least put 2 hours back a week in my life if they get rid of TikTok. Because
I'm a big fan.
Okay, all right. Well, now, Nick, the next story.
You spend a lot of time watching TikTok videos. But
the only videos I have on TikTok are telling people to quit TikTok.
That's right.
Literally. And I don't have an account. I think you were the ones who put me out.
That's exactly correct. That is correct.
Did they ban you?
No, I just refuse. They should.
Now, let me just tell you, I didn't say that.
I think we got banned from Twitter, didn't we?
We did. Last week, we were banned for Twitter for 2 days because we talked negatively about Elon Musk. And so we had an issue warning on our Twitter account saying that we need to watch what we say. It could be untruths on our news.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the amount of videos and podcasts I've done on Twitter alone, I'm amazed that I'm allowed within 20 feet of their infrastructure.
Probably not good when I say Elon Musk in my title and I tag it. Elon Musk is like an idiot or something like that. Probably was the telltale sign of getting me in trouble.
Yeah.
Is that what you did?
There was a tagging there that was a little probably more aggressive than I should have.
Okay, all right.
That's all right though.
So we know it wasn't because we were talking about it. It was because you were tagging it.
That's right. That's
in Nathan fashion.
That's right. All right. Now the next story we have here. Ukrainian government entities were hacked in a targeted attack after the network was compromised by a Trojan ISO files, which essentially are compressed files that you use ISO files to download to CDs so that you can relaunch them. It's a compression method. Posting for legitimate Windows 10 installers. Nick, talk a little bit about what happened here and why we need to be careful about what we download regarding ISO files.
Yeah, this is a huge one. I actually talked about this one of my Breaches of the Week video on Sunday. This one's near and dear, obviously. I mean, you guys know my involvement, with the Ukrainian war and all of that, and my access to their government. And if you didn't know, interestingly enough, today is day 300 of Putin's 3-day war. Today is literally day 300. So this has been going on.
So he just counts days in hundreds, right? So I guess he's got a different counting mechanism. So 1 day 100, 2 day 200, 3 day 300.
Here we are. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But this has been going on. This specific incident has been going on by May, and I'm wondering who would infect Ukrainian government computers with infections that they didn't actually ransom, but gave the attackers remote access to the computers and data. I wonder who would have done that. My guess is Greenland, but you take your own pick on that. But this is really underscores exactly, Nathan, what you said. We have to be careful of where we download information. If you are going to go download Windows, in this case, Windows 10, which is what was poisoned, go get it from Microsoft.com. Don't get it from a third party. And the third party that they had was a Ukrainian-based site that had nothing to do with Microsoft, but apparently it was sophisticated enough to spoof, to basically fool Ukrainian officials to downloading this and using this to install it into various networks across the Ukrainian government, thus giving Russia access to information. And like I said, they weren't ransoming things out. This wasn't to lock and destroy, although they could use it for that. This was to surveil. So if they could get internal government coordinations, like, yes, we'll have a counteroffensive over here. Now the Russians have that kind of intelligence. So obviously watch what you download. Make sure you're going to legitimate sites. Make sure that you're using the legitimate app stores as well. There are fake app stores out there all the time that do nothing but infect you. And we actually catch those infections when clients call us saying, hey, I thought I downloaded something legitimate and why is everything blowing up on me? So here we are. You've got to be careful with that.
All right. Now, the next thing I got here, Nick, are you a Minecraft fan?
So I have people in my life that are. That game makes me dizzy beyond all belief.
I don't get it. My kids enjoyed it.
Oh,
I never did enjoy it. Do you like it, Mike?
Oh yeah, I used to play with my kids all the time.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. There's a new malware bot named MCC. So it's like MC Hammer, but it's MC Crash is infecting Windows, Linux, and IoT devices. And it conducts a distributed denial of service attacks on Minecraft servers. So explain this to me. This is like a big deal, though. People are all up in our more than some other things that they should be. This is just killing that Minecraft community.
Yeah. I mean, why do some hackers have to just like pee in the pool here at the party? Like, why? I don't understand that. I swear. So MC Crash, or Mick Crash, as I'm lovingly calling it, is essentially a botnet. And so what it's doing is it's weaponizing a whole bunch of different devices, computers, and all of that, and then using the bandwidth. So in other words, it would infect a computer or an IoT device in your house, and then use your bandwidth along with thousands or millions of others to hit infrastructure, in this case, Minecraft servers. They've basically been doing this in the same way that Mirai worked, that was developed by the Russian intelligence back in 2016, 2017 or so, by finding exposed IoT devices, typically exposed IoT devices on the internet using default credentials, meaning your password is password or your password is admin or something like that. And because IoT devices are commonly enabled for remote configuration, they're finding them very easy, to hit, especially since so many have, insecure credentials. So like Mirai, this one's going to be a total pain to get rid of, because while you can remove malware from an infected source PC, it could basically persist and infect an IoT device that is unmanaged, and you're not necessarily going to know that, meaning that IoT, whatever you've got in your life, is still operating the way you think it is, but it can be controlled, outside of the norm, meaning you go to bed at like 10 p.m. and at 10:30, this thing kicks in and starts attacking targets or whatever it's told to do. And so here's the interesting thing about this. As I mentioned, the Mirai virus was made by Russian intelligence. It's continuing to evolve. We're actually seeing it in use live in Ukraine in the theater of conflict. But this one, though, according to Microsoft Security, Microsoft owns Minecraft, is that the distribution of infected MC Crash or McCrash devices is in Russia. And so it's very interesting to see, but more devices are infected at hitting Minecraft servers coming out of Russia than anywhere else, followed by Eastern Europe, a little bit of Asia, and a little bit of Mexico as well. But Russia by far is the one where this is sourcing from and hitting. Now, was it made by the Russians or somebody else infecting the Russians? We don't know yet, but it's a really interesting study right now.
All right, nothing like the holidays to get your relatives all excited to hear about that new pyramid get-rich scam. However, the co-founders of OneCoin cryptocurrency scam pleads guilty to his role in selling a multi-billion-dollar cryptocurrency pyramid. OneCoin has nested over $4 billion in total assets. So explain a little bit about this to us, Nick.
Yeah, and I mean, 4 billion. I mean, that's chump change in the crypto world. Have you heard of FTX? I mean,
what? No, never.
My God, right? Okay, right. So of course I kid. I won't mind $4 billion in crypto, providing I could cash it out. Now, here's the interesting thing, and I think this really underscores the problem that we have with the cryptocurrency community in general. Is that OneCoin? I mean, if you do some homework on it, it's really easy to find this stuff. OneCoin was an outfit of Bulgaria that was registered in Dubai, had another registration in Belize, and other offshore locations. And so immediately you know it's 100% legit and safe to do business with, right? So this one is interesting because it's actually considered a hybrid by most legal scholars. It's both a Ponzi scheme, but simultaneously a pyramid scheme as well. Now, it was a Ponzi scheme in the sense that it was the structure of its organization was such that you would pay early investors using money obtained from newer ones. That is the classic Ponzi scheme. Somebody's giving you $10,000, you're paying them out as you're getting new, and so it's an ever-growing list. And so if you're at the tail end of that Ponzi scheme, you're just getting screwed while everybody else above you is getting paid. But it's also a pyramid scheme because they were recruiting investors without providing an actual product. Meaning everything flows down. If you look at how a pyramid scheme or multi-level marketing scheme works, it's not necessarily about you selling something. It's about you getting your friends to sell it and them getting their friends to sell it, and on and on and on. This company was also doing secretly conducting database entry scams. So basically they were simulating transactions that were not registered by any blockchain that could be validated, and there was no mining behind it as well. So it's not like they were generating their own cryptocurrency coins and releasing them into circulation. And so I mean, if you're looking at this from a surface as a cybersecurity expert, I mean, think about it from like any movie where any movie from Hollywood where they show like somebody hacking into the Pentagon in like 60 seconds and the entire audience is like, oh my God, that's amazing. And every nerd in the audience is like, that is not how that works.
That's correct.
We are saying that is not how that works if you're looking at this from this. And this is the problem that we have with cryptocurrency, right? We got pump and dump schemes, we got everything else. I mean, it's a huge problem right now, and they essentially just really, really underscore that.
It's sort of like buying a name the star thing, and
oh, they're great. I gave one of those a while back, and I'm like, yes, that's the stars for you until I guess somebody sues us. I don't even know how that works. But
it's like becoming a lord in is in Ireland where you can buy a little
Scotland,
one by one.
You can buy that too.
Yeah,
that is Duke Nick to you, for the record, sir.
Now let me just tell you, if my
buying real estate on the moon,
if my Christmas dream comes true, coming on back after the holidays, you're gonna have to introduce me as Lord Nathan Mumm. So don't you think that I don't believe that that's true.
And I will sell you my house in the metaverse next door to Snoop Dogg's.
Oh, there you go. All right, Nick, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as long as it exists for @NickAESP. And if not, @NickAESP over at Mastodon as well, because I've been there for years at this point. It's glad to see people actually showing up. Same with Facebook, Nick Espinoza, or YouTube as well. Feel free to find me. Come say hi. LinkedIn also. Come say hi.
All right, we'll see you back in 2023, I'm sure, my friend.
Voodoo Day.
Right. Take care, Nick.
All right. That ends our segment, Ask the Expert with Nick Espinoza. Up next, we have This Week in Technology. So now would be a great time to enjoy a little whiskey on the side. We'll see you after this break.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you ever heard of turbo debt?
No, what is that? Something to get me into debt faster?
No, turbo debt is not to get you in debt faster. It's to help you get out of debt. Do you have over $10,000 in credit card, personal loans, medical, or payday loans?
Of course I have debt. That's the American way.
Au contraire, mon frere. Turbo debt will give you the option to break the debt cycle
and start putting money in your pocket.
That's awesome.
Over 70% of Americans die with credit card debt. Do not let this happen to you. Turbo Debt will give you an option to break the debt cycle and start putting money in your pocket.
That's awesome.
If you have over $10,000 in credit card debt and personal loans, medical or payday loans, they can help. Go to turbodebt.com/techtime. Again, that's turbodebt.com/techtime, all capitalized, for a free consultation today. Turbo Debt is a proud sponsor of this week's episode of TechTime Radio.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going to December 22nd, 1882. Whew, a little bit further back there. The first electric Christmas tree lights. Now, Edward Johnson, an associate of Thomas Edison, decided to create walnut-sized bulbs that were specifically for him to wire to his Christmas tree as an electric light. The 80 red, white, and blue bulbs formed the first ever electric Christmas tree lights in history. Prior to this, people would traditionally decorate their trees with wax candles. From that point on, electricity illuminated Christmas trees indoors and outdoors grew with mounting enthusiasm in the United States and elsewhere. Edward Johnson was involved in many of Edison's projects and was a partner in an early organization which evolved into General Electric. Edward H. Johnson became the father of electric Christmas trees. Well, that was This Week in Technology. If you ever wanted to watch some Tech Time history with over 2 years of videos, podcasts, and blog information, you can visit techtimeradio.com to watch our older shows or join our Tech Timers Facebook group to talk with us live all the time. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have Mark's Mumbles Whiskey and a holiday letter segment for our technology news of the week. See you after the break. TechTime Radio is brought to you today by Nutility, the platform that makes utility management seamless by selecting your service providers, splitting a single bill amongst roommates, and then shutting off your service when it's time for you to move out. Nutility reviews your preferences and sets up all the utilities for you. This provides you with the best local provider in your service area. It's much easier than splitting up your bills between roommates. No more late Larry not being able to get to you on time to make the payments, and no more Venmo charges or PayPal charges. One place to do your billing so that everybody pays on time. Now, how can you use this great service from Nutility, you ask? Aha! Well, you can absolutely get it now and get 3 months for free. That's correct. If you go to Nutility.com, again, it kind of sounds like utility, but it's Nutility.com. Use the tech code 3, and again, that's NUTILITI.com. Get your first 3 months for free using the code TECH3.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
All right. So it's your birthday today.
Oh, is it? Well, you said that twice. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know that you share your birthday with Cathode Ray Tube Day.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
The old tubes for the old computers.
That's right. So that's ironic, almost ironically interesting there.
Okay.
Okay. So Mark today says this for the whiskey that you are imbibing today.
Okay.
So Scatterbrain Vanilla Cake Whiskey is one of 6 Scatterbrain flavored whiskeys available at Total Wine and More throughout the U.S. The others include dark chocolate banana, dark cherry vanilla, peanut butter, PB&J, and peanut butter cream liquor. How about that?
Yeah.
Now, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark would never buy this type of flavored whiskey, so he has no idea how to review this one.
So let me just tell you how to review this one.
He just says, let's just say if you are a true whiskey drinker, just move on. If you like overly sweet and artificially flavored drinks or rock stars like Nathan, go for it.
No, let me just tell you, this is not even okay for those that like Rockstar. This is not okay. The best part about this is I still have the bottle not opened, so maybe I can take it back to Wines and More since I only use the little small bottles to taste this. This thing is horrendous. This is not like Screwball. This is really pretty bad. All right. Well,
yeah, I prejudge that pre-taste.
Well, Mike, thanks for the Mark Mumble. Now it's time though for us to celebrate with the holiday edition of letters.
Letters, we get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters, we get letters. And the letters all have tongues.
All right, do two real quick, Mike, and I'll do two, and hopefully then we'll get to Mike's mesmerizing moment. Here we go.
All right. You want me to go first? Or do you want to
Yep,
go
you're
first?
up.
All right. So this is to Nathan Mumm, sent yesterday.
Okay.
From Samsung Neo QLED 8K Smart TV.
Whoa.
The website, of course, is 1H2XMA at JPSK JM4QH at .co.uk. So this is from the UK.
Okay. Probably not exactly where Samsung would have their TVs.
The subject is still thinking about it. And then it says, you are today's winners. Wholesale stores, which is a graphic that's supposed to look like Costco. Black Friday special offer. Answer and win a brand new Samsung Neo QLED 8K Smart TV, the newest model yet. Confirm now. You have been chosen to participate in our loyalty program for free.
Oh, wow.
And then it's got 2 literal pages of gobbledygook.
And so I clicked on there.
Yeah, what happened?
When I clicked on that link, it actually took me to a page that said the website was no longer available.
Clearly it's not Black Friday.
So I was just a little too late, even though I just got that yesterday. And I think I literally clicked on it within like 15 minutes, but the website had already closed. I was just too late.
Well, I guess you missed out on that special wholesale store Black Friday special.
Or maybe a web service provider realized it was a scam and removed it before anybody else could click on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened.
All right, go to your next one, Mike.
Okay, so the next one is from Times Book Writing, marketing at timesbookwriting.com. Okay, looks legit so far.
You actually thought I sent this to you for you to look at for a book thing, didn't you?
Yeah, because you've been talking about your whole memoirs and stuff, and I was like, wow, okay, you're going to hire a ghostwriter because I know you can't write. So,
or speaker talker.
Okay, talker. Subject: Christmas offer Nathan Mumm, ghostwriting and publishing for $6.99 only. That's $699.
Okay.
And then it's Christmas ghostwriting offer, ghostwriting and publishing services starting at $699. Avail Thanksgiving discount now. Live chat with instant quotes. Dear Nathan, the world is waiting for your book. Hire a ghostwriter to start or complete your book. Salient features of our service: ghost written book, all rights transferred on completion. Rapid and swift delivery, edited and formatted by published authors. 2,500 books written from scratch, 5,000 plus books published, and 87 New York Times bestsellers. Unlimited revisions, 100% satisfaction money back guarantee. The complete book process. And it has a whole big thing where you can read about how the process is in 3 phases: writing, publishing, and marketing, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes through some pricing, and then it gives you a chat feature. And it's the chat feature. Erica Roberts.
Yeah, so you click on the chat feature. Mm-hmm. And you talk to the bot, and it's all automated bot. And every single time you keep on responding to it, it keeps on telling you that you can sign up today. No matter what you say to that bot, sign up today, click here. And when you click here, they want your credit card and information to sign up today. I cussed at it. I said a bunch of stuff at it. And no matter what, Eric, the bot, didn't really care what was going on. He was always happy to help me to sign up today.
Well, there you go.
Probably the first sign. If you can swear at a texting thing and they never get back to you and they keep on.
I don't know. Anytime I swear at my navigation computer, it tells me it has feelings too. So I don't know.
There you go. All right. Well, now we're going to move right into Mike's mesmerizing moment.
Okay.
This is Mike's mesmerizing moment, presented by Story Coffee. Visit storycoffee.com. All right, we got like 45 seconds left. So let me just ask you this, Mike. What in your mesmerizing moment, what is your best Christmas gift that you have ever received and why?
Are you serious? That was not what we talked about.
I know. So there you go. That's my so tell us, what's your best Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
I have 45 seconds. I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't know?
No.
You know what the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten was?
What's the best Christmas gift I've ever gotten?
The Xbox I'm going to drop off at your house later this week.
Oh, that's sweet.
There you go. Okay.
You don't want to
All
talk.
right.
You don't want to talk about addiction and Fortnite.
You know what? We're going to have to talk about that next week. So we're going to move
Okay.
that to next week's show since we're out of time. Now, I'm going to give a thumbs down on the whiskey. I think everybody else is giving a thumbs down. This has been an action-packed holiday episode. We have a Nathan Nugget we're going to get to next week also. Mike, guess what I always say at the end of our shows? Do you know what I say?
What do you always say?
The science of the tomorrow starts with the technology of today.
You don't even know what you say.
Yeah, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today. See you next week, buddy.
Okay, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.